Hello, everyone. My name is Dmitrii Derepko, and usually I speak about PHP because I code in PHP more than 10 years. But a year ago, I wanted to craft a plugin for PHP Storm to support E3 PHP framework. And today I have published more than 25 plugins. I remember the days and how it was hard to start. I have prepared a guide for you how to create your first plugin and publish it to the JetBrains Marketplace. So let's get started. The first most important thing is to start from the template. As you can see on your screen, there is a repository which you can fork and use, or just push use this template button and create a new repository. There is just one required field, repository name, which I fill with gr plugin. Guess what does it mean? After that, click the create button down the page. Refresh the page. That's it. This is your first plugin for IntelliJ IDEA, which probably supports almost all IDE versions. But our journey is just beginning here. As you can see, there is only one commit, but if you refresh the page and open commits, you can see another one, which made by the Actions user bot. And don't worry, they just basically clean all the template repo stuff and rename the template to your project name. That's really convenient. So let's go further and clone our repo. Open IntelliJ IDEA and click the clone repository button. Choose how you clone the repo by URL or with connected GitHub account. When the project opens, you will probably see something like this. There is no project files. README tab has brown background, nothing worse. Don't panic. Press command and semicolon keys on macOS or similar shortcuts on Windows and Linux, or click on the project structure in the menu, or even use double shift shortcut. And finally, you open project structure settings. After that, you'll notice no SDK warning in the SDK field. So click on it and select one. This is recommended to use 21st SDK version if you build new plugins. Official documentation recommends to use JetBrains runtime. It has JBR prefix, but you can use any. If you don't have any of these, click on the Download JDK button, which is below the list. Next, choose language level as SDK default. Save the changes, and then click on this elephant button in your editor to sync Gradle changes. This floating button indicates that something has changed in your project dependencies, and you probably should click there. In case the icon is not available or you want to sync it manually, in the side toolbar you can find the Gradle panel. Open it, and this first button in the new toolbar do the same thing. So sync the changes, wait a bit while all project dependencies are downloaded and indexed, and now you're ready to work. If you use IntelliJ IDEA for the first time, please check if these plugins are installed. If not, find them on the marketplace and install. They totally save your time. Structure. I will briefly describe what a typical project looks like. These files you most likely won't ever touch, but know they are caches, settings, builds, and more. The src folder contains all of your plugin source code, including tests and some settings. There are test itself and test fixtures under the test data folder. In the resources folder, you can find a file with messages or strings. Usually, it's used to format and translate messages that you show to users. These two files describe your plugin settings, extensions, features, dependencies. Let's deep dive a bit. In the plugin.xml, you can find some metadata information about the plugin. Its ID, name, your vendor name, other plugins used as dependencies, linked messages, bundles, and extension points. There also could be declared actions, listeners, services, and more. Gradle properties. This file is used to declare another meta information such as plugin name, repository URL, plugin version. The difference between this file and the plugin.xml that this file is used to build your plugin, while plugin.xml is used by IDE to extract properties from the plugin build. There are also plugin since build, which describe a lower bound of IDE version which can install the plugin. Platform type and version describe which IDE plugin will be run on while development. We'll back to it in a moment. As you can see on this slide, 243 isn't just magical number, it describes the IDE version. This is pretty simple. The platform type is an abbreviation which describes IDE platform, which will be installed locally to run your plugin. IC for IDEA community, PS for PHP Storm, and so on. Actually, it defines a platform which can install your plugin. I recommend using IntelliJ Ultimate if you want wider support for your products. The last file I wanted to mention here is the build.gradle.kts. This file describes how to build your plugin, which dependencies to download and bundle into the plugin build. It's like a package.json from JavaScript world, but it may be way more powerful. There are also scripts to reduce plugin boilerplate and automate some things, such as plugin version and description patching, building a changelog file, and others. For instance, you might add test dependency there. This is a part of integration testing structure that you can find on the platform documentation website. A bit more about dependencies. In the IntelliJ IDEA, almost all features are made by plugins. Some of them from JetBrains, some of them from external contributors like me and you. There are several types of dependencies, platform dependencies and project dependencies. Let's imagine that we want to craft a plugin to support a PHP framework, like me in a year ago. First of all, we need to have the PHP plugin installed to work with its classes and functions. It's like a shared library. This plugin is installed on our platform and we can use it directly. And to implement some cool serialization in our plugin, we want to use Kotlin X serialization package. This is not a shared library. It should be bundled into our plugin because others may use totally different versions of the same dependency, and we don't want to solve this version hell. Remember this? These test implementation calls describe project dependencies. In case of Kotlin X serializer, we should add the Gradle plugin and source dependency as is described in the Kotlin X serializer documentation. Regarding the platform dependencies, here we can make a choice. The first option is to build our plugin against IntelliJ Ultimate platform and require a PHP plugin installed. In this case, we should specify what dependency version we are expecting. 203, 203, 44, 49, and so on. Another option is to build our plugin against PHP Storm platform, which has PHP bundled onto the platform. No version is required in this case. That 203, 44, 49 version is taken from the marketplace. Open the main page, find the plugin, open the version tabs. There you can find the version and compatibility range. You cannot use these builds with IDs outside their range. And yeah, plugin ID could be found on the plugin page, right on the bottom of the page. Previously, we described which plugins we want to install on our development platform. And now we can declare how our plugins depend on them. You may make these dependencies optional or required and declare all corresponding extensions in a separate file. It's really convenient when you separate optional things. For instance, it is Metastorm dependencies. It could work with any of installed plugins, PHP, JSON, XML, database, but it doesn't require them to be installed, but maybe some of them. I know it was hard, and you'll probably face with these dependencies errors from time to time. And today we won't use any dependencies. Now let's move on and build our plugin. Open the Gradle panel and find build plugin script, run it. When it's done, you can find a zip file with your plugin inside the build/distributions folder. You can also change the build name and the project name in the settings.gradle.kts file. May be useful when you want to trim some characters from the original plugin name. Now our plugin is ready to be distributed, and we can upload it to the JetBrains Marketplace. Of course, you should create an account there to continue the distribution. After you're done with the registration, click on your name from the top menu and choose Upload Plugin. Choose the file we have built a moment ago, fill license agreement, source URL if it's open sourced, and text which describe your plugin. Only a few, not all. So submit the form, and yeah, we did it. Usually moderation time takes up to 2 business days, but the plugin page is ready to be used now. This is how plugin developers see their plugins admin panels. There are several tabs that you may edit from the website, but some of fields are filled automatically with the plugin meta information, which is declared in the plugin.xml file. On the versions tab, you can find all uploaded builds and their statuses. There are also a compatibility table, which is under the image. You can also open the plugin page of your public page of your plugin, and you may notice this not compatible warning because there is no builds available to be installed, because the first build is under review now. The most watchful of you may notice that the plugin has a custom icon and description, and I will tell you how to change it. Plugin description is patched to the plugin.xml from this section in the README file. Just place your description in Markdown format, and build scripts will parse and copy paste it to the plugin.xml file when you build the plugin. This is way convenient to keep the description here instead of the original plugin.xml file. Plugin icons should be stored under the meta-inf folder with names plugin icon and plugin icon underscore dark for light and dark modes, respectively. The platform website also describes what icons should look like, their sizes, colors, formats, folders, and names. There are also colors for light and dark mode. You can use your own colors for sure. These are just convenient examples that look good. Discover idea icon on the website you see on the slide, or craft an SVG by yourself. I have chosen the target icon, downloaded it, and placed it in my project. Oh, features. We want to code features. We need features. There are a lot of features that IDEA platform provides. Some of them are good described, some of them not described at all, some already deprecated, but the best recommendation from my side is to go through this custom language guide. Do every step there. Clone and run examples from the GitHub and read all the information on this website from the beginning. Unfortunately, we won't touch features today, but you can find some of them in the repositories under the JPlugins organization on the GitHub. There are more than 24 plugins available for free, which you can contribute into or use as a reference. So we're finishing here. I hope it was helpful. I'm open to your questions via Telegram or email. Wish you green builds and pass the moderation. See you next time.